Dear students, myself Dr. Veeral Shukla, Assistant Professor and Head Department of Microbiology, LJ Institute of Applied Sciences. Today we'll discuss about bacterial transcription as per the Gujarat University syllabus. It is there in MI 301 Unit 2. Uh, so, first I will give you the transcription overview, bacterial transcription overview. Now, transcription is a most important process as it is very much important or part of central dogma. Now, let's think about what is central dogma. When DNA converted to RNA, RNA converted to protein. This process is known as a central dogma. When DNA is converted into RNA, this process is known as transcription. And when RNA is converted to protein, this process is known as translation. In transcription, two most important features are there, and that is known as RNA polymerase and promoters. We'll discuss in detail as we will start with the description. And transcription process is having three different stages: initiation, elongation, and termination. Now, when this three process combines, then this particular process is known as transcription cycle. So let's start with the description of transcription. So we are starting with the bacterial transcription. Now, as you can see from this slide, this is a transcription bubble produced in a DNA. And here the RNA is synthesized by the use of RNA polymerase. And this transcript of RNA converted into polypeptide during translation. And this polypeptide will be utilized as a protein. Now, as I told you, that is two most important features are there in transcription, that is RNA polymerase and promoters. So let's discuss about RNA polymerase first. Now, in eukaryotic cell, three types of RNA polymerase are there, but in bacterial cell, only one large molecule of RNA polymerase is present. In bacterial cell, RNA polymerase is made up of 5 different subunits. The subunits names are alpha, beta, beta dash, and gamma. Now, as I told you that RNA polymerase contain 5 subunits, and I only given you name of 4 subunits. So let's discuss about this. When we are talking about RNA polymerase subunits, this RNA polymerase is having 2 alpha subunits, 1 beta dash, and gamma. By this way, RNA polymerase contain 5 subunits. Now, bacterial RNA polymerase is also contain one more factor, and that is known as sigma factor, which is only present in bacterial cell. Now, sigma factor function is very much specific. Sigma function is going to orient RNA polymerase to settle down onto the promoters. There is no other function of sigma factor. So when you are talking about the RNA polymerase containing 5 subunits, this RNA polymerase is known as RNA polymerase core enzyme. Now, when sigma factor is going to be attached with the RNA polymerase core enzyme, this enzyme will become RNA polymerase holoenzyme. So core enzyme is having 5 subunits and holoenzyme is having 6 subunits. So by that way, RNA polymerase holoenzyme is actually responsible for the initiation of transcription process. Now, see, this is RNA polymerase structure. This is a template DNA. So, before explaining this, I just want to tell you about this. That when RNA polymerase is going to attach with the DNA strand, the DNA strand, the duplex, any one strand of DNA will work as a template DNA. And the second strand will work as a complementary strand, or it is working as a sense strand. Now, as this template strand is 3' to 5', this RNA synthesis is always from 5' to 3'. So the nucleotide addition will always be on 3' end. One more thing I want to clarify over here, that during DNA synthesis, adenine orient addition of thymine, whereas in RNA synthesis, adenine orient uracil addition during the synthesis of mRNA. So this is the basic difference between this. You can also say that RNA polymerase function is just like DNA polymerase in DNA synthesis. Now, the second important feature in transcription, that is promoters in bacteria. Now, these promoters are actually also known as recognition sequences or recognition site. Two promoters are there in bacteria, that is known as -35 sequence and -10 sequence. Now, why I am using the word -35 and -10? So from the site where transcription is going to be occurred, that site is given as a positive number. Now this +1 site will give a +1 number over here. Now this from this +1 site, when you are talking about the upstream, upstream 35 nucleotide before the initiation site, that is known as -35, and 10 nucleotide upstream from the initiation site, that is known as -10 promoter site. So from the initiation site, we are talking about the upstream that will be given as a negative number, and downstream that will be given as a positive number. Now this -35 sequence is having 6 nucleotide, and that nucleotide is TTGACA, and -10 sequence is having TATAAT sequence. The sigma factor is going to recognize first -35 sequence promoter site, and it is going to orient RNA polymerase holoenzyme to settle down on -35 first. Then that RNA polymerase is going to settle down on -10 sequence. Now, from that -10 sequence, as you have heard about, that -10 sequence is having TATAAT nucleotide, that is 6 nucleotide, that is having thymine adenine rich region. Now from this, transcription bubble is going to be produced. Why? Because adenine in thymine is having only double bond as compared to GNC. GNC is having triple bond. So from this adenine and thymine region only, transcription bubble is going to be produced. Now, this -10 sequence is also known as Pribno box. So that is most important definition also, Pribno box, that is -10 promoter sequence. Now, from you can see from this figure, this is -35 element TTGACG, and this is TATAAT. So from this -10 element, the transcription bubble is going to be produced. One more thing I want to clarify over here, that promoters neither be transcribed nor be translated. Now, let's start with the stages of transcription. So, as the RNA polymerase holoenzyme find the recognition site, attach with the DNA duplex, and as the transcription bubble has generated, initiation has started. This particular region, after the promoter or recognition site, this region is known as transcribe region, or it is also known as coding region. So here RNA polymerase has settled on recognition site, that is promoters, and this is a single standard template has generated. Now from this template, RNA synthesis will going to be there. The second step of transcription, that is elongation. Elongation means the mRNA is going to be longer. Now here the RNA polymerase core enzyme will walk with the DNA template. Now here I have utilized the word core enzyme, not holoenzyme, because after initiation, sigma factor is going to be separated from the RNA polymerase, and new nucleotide addition will be done by RNA polymerase core enzyme. So as new nucleotide is going to be added, so mRNA will become longer, and RNA polymerase core enzyme will walk with the template. And as I told you that RNA is synthesized in form of 5' to 3', And here one more thing, as I already told you, that adenine orient the addition of uracil instead of thymine. So see, this is addition of new nucleotide, and RNA polymerase is work with the transcription bubble or template strand. Here the uracil has added instead of thymine in front of adenine. Now the last step of transcription, that is termination. Now in eukaryotic cell, the terminators are there who are going to give a signal for the termination. But in bacterial cell, two different types of termination generally found. They are known as row dependent termination and row independent termination. So we'll discuss about that. So we'll discuss first row dependent termination. Now row dependent termination, uh, bacterial cell contain particular type of row factor that is actually a protein. This row factor is going to bind with RNA strand. Now where it is going to bind with? They are going to bind with a specific site which is present onto the RNA, and that site is known as row site. You can see from the figure that this row factor is attached with the row binding site, and it is going to climb up like climbing monkey. It is going to climb up, and when it touch the RNA polymerase, this particular thing is going to stop the transcription process. Now, raw independent termination depend on the specific sequence in the DNA template, that is G and C. Suppose during the transcription, if GC rich region is coming, and then G and C is going to produce a triple bond between that, and they are going to develop a very strong and stable structure, and that is known as a hairpin like structure. So by the production of this hairpin like structure, now the as hairpin is become stable, RNA polymerase stops. So I have utilized this two reference, Prescott Microbiology 10th edition and Khan Academic Tutorial I have utilized for the figures specifically. Theory I have taken from the Prescott Microbiology. Thank you, dear students. Have a nice day.